Hi all hi. Bonjour, konnichiwa, ni ha, salam alaikum, sawadee kap, yeshkimesh, que passe, stravo. Buenos dias. How is one, how is all? Que passe. Hope you're all having a blessed blaze one today. Give me a mo while I just go online so I can read comments. I'm Blind John from Canna Busted, bringing you another Canna Busted show with POTs. I just want to come by and talk about the legalisation issues here in the UK. Hi, welcome to the beam. Whoever is the eye in the sky. Who is that eye in the sky? Are you Mark Zuckerberg? Are you him? I need to do some talking today, peeps. And I haven't been live for a while. I've been away just chillaxing, chilling like Bob Dylan and feeling okay. But there's been some crazy stuff going on while I've been away with the legalisation issues in the UK. I don't know how many of you have heard of Billy. Billy lives in Ireland. He's a 12-year-old kid with epilepsy, a very severe form of epilepsy. Well, his mother, Charlotte, she went out to Canada to get Billy some medicines, and she had to fly back into the UK, obviously carrying these medicines, because in the UK and Ireland, cannabis is still totally illegal. That's why I called my page Canna Busted, because I figured by smoking cannabis openly for everybody to see on Facebook Live that I'd probably get busted, especially with the drug pass that I have. Touch wood, they haven't bust me yet. But I'm not really concerned about that stuff. I'm here to spread my message of freedom, and we have the right to be free. I have the right to be me. And Billy has the right to be happy and healthy, and his mother has the right to try and help him if she can. But when she flew in from Canada, she left Canada, she told them, hey, I'm carrying cannabis to medicate my son. He hasn't had a seizure for months thanks to cannabis. He has a very deadly form of epilepsy. Lots of people know about him. They sell Billy's Buds over in Ireland, which is CBD oils, trying to get the medicine free for their son. Unfortunately, when they flew into Heathrow, they said no. I'm just going to share this into my group while I wait, peeps. Give us a sec. They said no, sorry, we're going to have to confiscate this. This is highly illegal. This is a dangerous toxin. Oh, we can't let you medicate your son. No way. If I could find me group. There we are. My family. They said no, despite, like, they all broke down. Even the customs officers broke down. Did not want to arrest Charlotte. Did not want to make her son sick. Unfortunately, they did arrest Charlotte, and unfortunately, her son did get sick. And Billy has had a seizure. Hi Kenny, welcome to the beam. Hey Kenny. Hi Robin. How's Robin been? Hi Kirsty, much love and respect everyone. Can't anyone help him? No, not legally, not in this country. We're under the gun. We need all the help we can get. Thanks to POTs for helping me get my voice out there for people to hear that we need more people standing up, like Billy's mum, who took this incredible risk to bring her son the medicine, to say, look, my son needs this medicine. Nothing else works. All the big pharma products that they've been feeding him haven't stopped the seizures. Nothing stopped those seizures until I gave him cannabis. And it wasn't just CBD she gave him, it had THC. And that's why she had to fly off and get her cannabis from abroad, her medicines, because she wanted good medicine, she wanted quality medicine for her son. You know, this is her son, who she loves with all of her heart and soul. But she's got to watch him suffer, because apparently it's perfectly illegal to give him highly toxic chemicals that just mess with the neural pathways of the brain, but to give him a natural medicine, a natural healing herb, which has been demonised and called a drug for the past 100 years, despite obviously being a herb, like every other herb with an aromatic smell, like rosemary and thyme and mint, and all of these great plants that can help heal our body, our soul, ourselves, our mind, keep us level and medicated. And that's why we come here, POTs, myself, and a whole community of people trying to come together to raise awareness that this is not a drug, it is a plant. And this should not be illegal anywhere around the world, because by it being legal just shows that the powers that be are trying to be powerful over you and me. And that's all it's about. It's just about money and power. It's not about freedom and health. And that's what the law is built for. The law is built to make us feel free and healthy and happy. Oh, I'm safe. There's laws there to protect me. There are police here to uphold those laws. And there's doctors there to give me helping drugs that are going to heal me and make my life easier along the way. But that doesn't seem to be how it is, not to me. I'm looking at the world and thinking, well, why are we being criminalised? Why am I being criminalised now that I'm not a criminal anymore and I no longer use drugs? Why am I still being looked at as a criminal for smoking a plant that they called a drug that they put on the Illegal Substance Act? In 1927, I don't know how many people know this, but in 1927, on the 28th of September, in the UK, for the first time in the world, cannabis was placed on the Illegal Substance Act. And that was when the whole planet started acting like it was crazy. 9 years later, America followed suit in 1930s with their own legalisation of a plant. Yet it was still, it still had medical uses. But then, almost 50 years to the day, in the UK, again on the 28th of September, they legalised cannabis in, I think it was 1970, and said it's got no medical use, it has 0 medical uses. And then a year later they did the same in America. They said it has 0 medical uses. Now Billy has proven it has a medical use. I am sitting here right now proving it has a medical use. I was a very severe drug addict. I have scars all over my body. I injected in almost every single vein on the body, from my neck to my groin to my feet to my fingers, everywhere you could think of, almost. I injected heroin, crack, amphetamine, ketamine, anything. I drank bottles of promazine. I took every sort of chemical I could get, until the point where those chemicals shut down my brain functions. Eventually just 2 tramadol, a perfectly sanctioned, legal, booming drug in the drug industry now. The drug cartels that are pushing this stuff with their doctors, saying, hey, if you've got a poorly back, if you've got a sore head, take some tramadol. It doesn't harm you. Of course not. Well, 2 tramadol harmed me severely and gave me irreversible brain damage. I was left in a vegetated state, chewing on my tongue, clapping my hands, having to be placed in a nappy, a diaper they call it in the States, and stuck in a hospital bed, in a sectioned wing of a hospital bed, certified insane. My family were told that's the way he's going to be till the day he dies, and he won't have very long left to live because of all the damage that the drugs have done to his lungs, to his veins, his lymphatic system's shot. I'm just a physical wreck. To be alive is a miracle, because a life expectancy of an addict is around 15 years at the most. So to last the 17 years almost that I lasted is a miracle. And the biggest miracle of all was, despite being told I'd be a vegetable for the rest of my life, despite being a total drug addict and junkie, a thief, a liar, a scumbag, cannabis reversed the whole thing. And I went back to being the teenager that used to smoke weed, didn't take drugs. Drugs didn't really interest me. I just wanted to be happy and healthy. So when I smoked that joint outside of the hospital, when I was given a joint, in the hope that it might bring me back, and I came into my body and I was clapping, and I was choking on my tongue, and I was sitting in a hospital gown wearing an adult nappy, I thought, what's gone on here? Oh, the drugs have killed you. They killed your brain cells off. I had a mission. I was given a higher purpose, and this gave me that higher purpose. And that's why I started doing these lives. That's how I met Corey and other people that supported me when I started doing these, that helped teach me how to do these things, how to use my voice. I used to be a musician. I used to love music. I'm getting back into the music, started learning the guitar again. I was into Love and Peace as a young man, big style. I'm a big hippie, always been a hippie at heart. Through all the heroin and things, I was still a kind-hearted person, despite having to steal from shops, despite having to, lie and manipulate to get my fix. I was still at heart a good person, and that stuff crippled me and still chokes me up now. What chokes me up more is that people like Billy are dying because there's a plant being illegalised around the world. Hey Deborah, got some real talk today, sis. Private Pete in the room, much love to Private Pete, much love, all day and respect, man. John, welcome. It's rough. It's rough in England, people. People don't realise it. The people in England don't realise how rough it is, how blind they are to these laws and legislations. Well, it's a drug, isn't it? You know, my uncle had a stroke a few weeks ago while I was over in Spain. His family flew him back. He's finally coming back. He still can't talk properly. He still hasn't got all of the feeling back. But my cousin was saying to me, well, when he gets out of hospital, I won't be letting him smoke that wacky backy. No, I won't be letting him. That's what's put him there. That's what's made him go into hospital, that wacky backy stuff. Well, I know otherwise, because since my experience with cannabis, when it reversed irreversible brain damage, I started looking into how it worked, how it helps the brain, how it can reform old pathways that have died off in your brain, how it can reinvigorate your nervous system throughout your body, how it can stop the damage to your lung tissues that tobacco can cause, how it can kill cancer, how it's just this all-round fantastic medicine, great for insomnia, depression, psychosis. I was psychotic. Yes, when I smoked the cannabis, I tripped out. My family are all still a bit, well, when you smoked that wacky backy, you went totally nuts. Well, did I go totally nuts? Or was that just me coming back? How I remember it is like, yeah, I was saying some pretty random nutty stuff. You know, I can't wait until tomorrow to tell you about the shit I done today. That's a pretty random thing to say to your mother when you're sat in the hospital bed and you've been sat there for 3 weeks. But that was me coming back. I remember the instant I came back and my body wasn't mine. I didn't have the skills like a baby. When you see a baby reaching out for his pacifier or a toy and he just can't quite reach it. I was that baby again in my body, reaching out for a sausage and I couldn't reach it. I just had to stick my hand in the mash and try to get it in my mouth. I couldn't get my hand to my own mouth. It wasn't my hand anymore. My nerves, my cells were all angry at me for the damage I'd done with Big Pharma's help. So then I decided, no more of that. I've brought me back in 3 places and I'm trying to rehabilitate myself. I force myself every month or so to get out for a couple of nights camping, because I used to be a big camper. I used to love travelling. So I try to get out. I'm registered blind, so I need a guy to go with me, and we go out and we travel. He does his photography and I do my video blogs. And this is now my passion. The legalization issue is my passion. Finding a family of friends around the world and this real-time conversation that we're all having is my passion. This is how we're going to wake people up. This is how we're going to get our medicine free. It is a medicine. It is my medicine, my only medicine. It helps me with all of the issues of my life. I had a lot of baggage for a lot of years, and I seem to have let go of most of it thanks to this. Thanks to this empowers me in a way that nothing else can. Yes, I like to get stoned too. I like to get really baked. I like to get so lit. I talk utter BS all of the time. That's fun to me. I enjoy that. My family, like Deb there, we have a giggle. And that's what I try to do. Spread giggles. But I try to spread giggles with a bit of real things in there. I make up songs. I have a giggle with the songs. But in the songs, every song, I try to have a message. And my message mostly is that you are the centre of infinity. That you are the creator of your existence. That you have the power to change your life, your world. And you have to stand up for you first and foremost. The power of the individual will help heal the many. That's what I truly believe. If you create the ripples and them ripples just keep on going and keep on going, you are changing the universe around you from the centre outwards. So make sure you send out positive vibrations, and positive vibrations will come back. Think good thoughts. If you have a negative thought, if you put yourself down in some way, make sure you turn that around and tell yourself how you can change that negative aspect of yourself, how you can build the people around you and make them better too, and keep striving to better you and yours, and them and theirs will follow suit. And I'm watching it happen with my life, and by sharing it online on Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat and all of these places that I'm on, I'm hoping that I have a small influence in touching that one. So I always say the mantra, teach one, reach 1,000 and change 1,000,000, and I truly believe that that can happen. It can only happen with your help, but I will keep striving to make it happen, with or without the help of those out there who I've reached out to for this help. See, Deb was having a giggle. That's what we do in it, Debs. Hey Devon, sorry it's not coming up on the screen to tell me that people are in commenting, or I will be looking more frequently. shared and invited. Do please, everybody, yes, do please hit that invite button down there. Invite your friends in that you feel might benefit from this. If you know somebody that's struggling with depression, drug addiction, that needs somebody to talk to, hit me up, tell them to PM me. I do talk to people off all of this Facebook stuff. Hit me up and I do try to help them. I will not judge. I will not tell you, don't do that drug. I will tell you what that drug will do to you, because I've just about done all the drugs, and I can tell you what they've done to me, what they've done to my friends that died through drug addiction, that started with simple things like, I remember in 1996, for 3 months in the UK, 3 months, and I was at the time I grew weed. I don't grow weed anymore, please, so you can just back off, alright? Just stay out there, Mr. Pow Pow. I'll just smoke it now, for now, eh? But back in 96, nobody anywhere could get weed, so all my friends, because they knew I grew up, was coming to me saying, oh, John, can you get us some weed, can you get us some weed? Now, if you've ever grew it, if you've ever sold any kind of drugs or anything, and you know there's a drought coming because there's been a big seizure down in wherever, like there was a guy who got £250 million worth of cannabis seized back in that year, 1996, in this country, and that's where the drought began. It stemmed across the entire country when they impounded all of his cannabis. And lots of my friends came to me looking. At first I helped some out, of course I did, puff pass all day long. But then it started getting really bad, and by 3 months we're in, one of my friends came, we went down to Castle Eden Dean, a place I often go, and we sat. We built a campfire, we had a couple of cans of lager each, a few of us are sat round and we're just smoking away. And he's like, we're talking about drugs, and we're talking about because this has been pushed into the drug land now, so when you talk about cannabis, you often talk about drug dealers and things like that too, because that's who it's in the hands of at the moment. So we're talking about all of this drought, and we're talking about drugs, and my friend says to me out of the blue, oh, I tried heroin. I was like, you what? Oh yeah, I tried heroin. I was like, when? I was like, oh, just a couple of weeks ago. I went to this lad's house, I couldn't get anything. I went to Johnny's, he said, and I said to Johnny, have you got some hashish, Johnny? Johnny says, oh no, I've had nothing for weeks. Sorry mate, I've got nothing. So Kev's like, oh, I need some weed, man. I've had a horrible day at work, my head's just, factory jobs, man, it's driving me insane. So Johnny went, well, what I've been doing, I've been taking 2 of these blues, and they've been just mellowing me out all night, and I've just been chilling in there. So Kev's like, hey, yeah, I'll have a couple of them then. So he sold him a couple of blues. Kev takes them. A couple of days later, Kev goes back, have you got any hashish yet? Johnny says, no, sorry, you still not got none. Kev's like, oh, have you got any of them blues? He said, no, but I've got some powdered opium here. That's what he told him it was, powdered opium. Powdered opium, what's that then? He's like, well, it's just like what's in the blues, but it's just powdered form, and that's like, you know, what they used to take back in the days of like Sherlock Holmes and all that stuff. Opium pipes and that. He's like, alright. Like, here, I'll give you some if you want. So he gave him a try, and they chased the dragon on the foil. And Kevin told me, like, yeah, I chased the dragon. He told me, when he told me, I slapped him. Like, I was angry at him, because we all knew, we all seen what was going on. It was around the time of train spotting. We knew that it was a deadly, horrible, like a virus that was gripping the planet slowly but surely in the 90s. And look at it now. Look at it now. Look how far and wide it's gone. Go and have a war with Afghanistan, not to stop the insurgents or any of the terrorist activity, but to seize the poppy fields. That's all it was about. We were waiting for Big Pharma. Go off into the mountains to seize all of the lithium, which they use to make antipsychotic drugs. You know, that's all it was all about. It was all about power and money. Well, 10 years later, I was a drug addict myself, and I was on those same drugs, and I'd lost touch with Kevin over the years because he became a drug addict. And he lived in my hometown, which I'd moved back to when I became an addict. And I would bump into Kev on random occasions, like when I walk into a pawn shop to sell all my guitars so I can go and buy drugs. Kevin would be in there, you know, pawning his fishing rods to do the same thing. And we would just, in passing, say, alright. With that sorrowful look, our eyes sunken into the back of our heads, gaunt, like bone. I was like bone just 2 years ago. I was like this. If you go back and watch early Kind of Busted videos, you will see I was really thin. And unfortunately, Kevin, when he was trying to get clean, overdosed. Now, I fully believe that if cannabis had been legal if it hadn't been called a drug, if it hadn't been so victimised and criminalised by the elitists, Kevin would have been able to get his weed that day, and he wouldn't have started with the Valium, he wouldn't have gone on to the heroin, and he wouldn't have died from an overdose. And I have to carry that around with me, and it doesn't feel good. And we need people to stand up. People are forgetting the importance of what we're doing here, what we're all trying to achieve. And we need to get it achieved. Hey Peter, how's it going, Peter? Sorry for missing comments, everyone. Tree of Life, it is the Tree of Life. Peter, I know it saved your life, bro. I wish you would share your story. Please, if you ever want to go live in any of the groups that I'm in, Peter, I can arrange that, man. Get yourself live on the Save the World Army page again, man. It's been a while. Dave Woods in the room. Much love and respect to David Woods. Hey Ron, South California is here. Much love and respect to South California. Yay. There's Deborah giving the Callie a wave. That's the Callie wave. Hi Callie, says Deb. The Floyd. I do love the Floyd. She's awesome. She keeps me sane. When everybody else is out there is playing silly little games, there's always Deborah just keeping it right. Mad love and respect to Deborah. Let's see, can I invite myself? Let me invite. Why not? Get some of the peeps in here. I've been away for a few days, people. Deborah, it was awesome. I totally loved every second of it. Every second of it. Let's see, there's another. A lady came down to the tents. Like we scaled down a roundabout 30-foot cliff, maybe 20-30 foot. 30-foot cliff. It was a lot bigger than 20-foot, John. A 30-foot cliff. It was pretty steep. I used ladders on some of the bits. Some people have tied ladders up there. So we climbed down to this little bay. My friend's taking photographs. Two lads, a single lad and a lad with a girlfriend and stuff, all happily married and things at home. But, you know, we're down in the middle of nowhere on this beach, and along the top of the cliffs are these caravans, and there was a lady in the caravan who looked out of her window, and she saw two men and thought, oh, I'm going to go down there on my own tonight while I'm totally legless, drunk, intoxicated from the sanctioned drugs that will pickle your liver and, you know, kill you before your time. The deadliest legal drug on the planet. You know, you buy cigarettes, it tells you on the packet, this will kill you. You buy alcohol, it just says, hey, have a good time. Have a nice day. Well, she came down, and oh, did I have a nice day? No, I didn't tell you. It was quite a thing, but this lady, she came down and she told me her life story, and she was drunk. So she told me her life story like 5 or 6 times every hour for a couple of hours there. It was really hard to shake her off, actually. If I was a woman, I'd have been screaming rape, put it that way. Chad Foucher, let's get Chad up in here. How's Chad? I wonder how my brother Chad is. And she was damaged, but she was damaged through the drugs, through the lifestyle she'd led. Because it's fine to become an alcoholic. It's so upsetting, or it's so distressing for me. I think I'm a very empathetic. Yeah, I'm empathetic. I'm like an empath. I feel other people's torture because I've been there, and I knew what sorrow she felt and what she was masking with the drunkenness and the silly antics. She was very loud and obnoxious and kind of, you know, masculine, to be honest. Not looking, but masculine actions. She was a pretty lady. It's a shame, man. It's horrible to see that. Hey, Love Amy. Much love and respect to Love Amy. How you doing, Amy? Long time no see, sis. Amy, I'm talking about Billy. Billy's a young 12-year-old kid in Ireland. He's not in the UK. I keep going to say the UK, but he's in Ireland. He's Irish. Which is not actually UK, but it's laws and it's everything. It's pretty similar. It's the same. And his mother tried to bring in some cannabis, medical cannabis into Ireland. She left Canada, told the customs there, look, I'm taking this to Ireland to medicate my son. They turned a blind eye. She got to Heathrow. They didn't turn a blind eye. In Heathrow, they decided to seize it. despite it upsetting a lot of the custom officials and despite them not wanting to do this, the law said they had no choice but to do this. And we need people out there to get together and say this is wrong, this is a crime against humanity, that child has the right to be happy and healthy. He hasn't had a seizure for months thanks to cannabis, and now with all of this going on he's just had his first seizure. And we need to pick up a fuss. We need to get people involved, and we need to share a voice, and we don't just need people in the UK and Ireland to do this. We need people worldwide to write to the Irish government and ask them why they are doing this, to write to the UK government who may be prosecuting her and sending her to jail for 15 years, almost 14 years you get in jail for supplying. And importation, probably longer. I didn't check, I should check that. I bet that's longer than 14 years in jail for importation. So we need people to write to our government from the states where it's totally been medicalised for a while in a lot of the states now, and it's getting more and more every year. People that were getting, like Pete, who uses it for his PTSD. We need people like you, Pete, to write a letter and explain to them that, you know, this is how this plant's helped you. I set up Worldwide Weed a couple of years ago to try and get people together to share their stories, to share like how it's helping them, to show the world that, you know, these aren't bad people. You know what I mean? We're all damaged in some way. That's why a lot of us smoke cannabis, because we smoke it to medicate. It's a medicine. It helps us deal with whatever issues we have, the insomnia, the nonsense that goes on in our life. It can calm us down in so many ways. It turns bad things good. And we need people to stand up. We need people to pull together on the issues, not push apart on the nonsense that goes on in the internet land. It's easy to become queen. It's easy to become queen, yeah, if you're born into it. The Cali Queen, yeah, dead easy to become the Cali Queen. It's dead easy to become the real queen, actually, too, Dev, you know what I mean? You just have to slip your eggs into the right spot, you know what I mean? Crazy stuff. We live under the gun over here, and like, you know what I mean? The Queen in the UK, right? What people don't realise is the Queen was anointed when she was crowned. They do this big ceremony, and it's all hidden, it's all mysterious. And they get this thing, so they take her into Westminster Abbey. It was back in 1953. You know, in the UK, very uptight, stiff upper lip UK people all, oh, there's the Queen, oh, say what's the Queen, oh, rah, 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 there's the Queen. So they take her into this little chamber with the white curtains all around her. Inside that, she sits on a throne. And this is where you get coronated, all of the kings and queens in history, throughout history, all the way back to the biblical times. This is how they all get crowned. They sit on the throne, and they are anointed on the head with an oil, and that oil is cannabis oil. It's almost like it's a secret. It's that they don't want people. What? To be anointed, to be of God, you need to be anointed with cannabis oil. That seems a bit, well, why is it illegal then? If the Queen's being anointed with it to say that she is the Queen, why can't I anoint my lungs with it to say, hey, they will heal? That's the tree of life, like Pete said earlier. Crazy world, crazy cray world. Hi everybody, Amy all on here. How is everybody? Do please all hit up the comments, let me know what everybody's been medicating on. Why are you medicating? What do you smoke cannabis for? Do you smoke it because you just like to be stoned? Do you smoke it because you just like to chill? Do you smoke it because, you know, it kills some sorrow that you feel? You smoke it because you've got nothing better to do with your time, so you're like, hey, so I don't know, I'll have a joint. Like, lots of different reasons. We need to share these reasons with each other. We need to share our love of the herb with each other. Let me sing some little tunages there. It's Funky Freaky Friday. It's a bit of a heavy day, heavy talk. But you've got to get heavy, so heavy, man. You've got to get a bit heavy sometimes. I haven't picked my guitar up for days. At all. I've been away. My stamina seems to be picking up, by the way. I only have one lung. The damage that drugs will do to you people. Well, if you smoke heroin, you'll lose all of your lung follicles, all the little hairs of your lungs that pick up all the oxygen, that they'll all start to crystallise and then snap and break. And your lung sacs that fill up to get the blood pumping with oxygen, they'll start to collapse into each other until you end up with emphysema. You know, alcohol, it will pickle your innards, it will give you gut rot, it will rot your stomach. I was talking about my uncle who went off to Spain and had a stroke, and whose daughter thinks that it was the cannabis that caused the stroke. I know otherwise. Like, he wasn't the heaviest of drinkers, but he did like a drink. And strokes are caused from blockages in your arteries and in your veins leading to the brain, so usually in your neck. So I know a lot of addicts that have had them because they've been injecting in their necks. Like I said, I have myself. So you lose your veins, you lose your blood supply, and boom. I blacked out in front of Deb just a few weeks ago. I was coughing or laughing or something, and because I wasn't getting the oxygen to my brain, I blacked out for a few seconds. That's because of the damage I've done to the veins leading to my brain, to the lung that fills my blood with oxygen. All of this damage came from drugs, and I'm trying to reverse all of this damage through herbal medicines. I went to the doctors and said, "Doctor, I've brought me back in 3 places and I need some help with the pain. I need some pain management skills, and I need some medicines that are going to detoxify my body from all the toxins that I took for years. I need to untoxify them." And the doctor's response to that was, "You're a registered addict, John. I can't give you dihydrocodeine. I can't give you Oxycontin. You're addicted. I can't give you that stuff." I'm like, I'm not asking for that stuff, doctor. I'm asking for some natural help, something that's going to help me. Just send me to some chiropractor, you know, refer me to some places, give me some advice. Stop looking at your computer screen and talk to the patient sitting in front of you and tell me what I need to do to get myself healthy again. The doctor didn't have a clue. 3 times he told me he couldn't give me opiate-based medications, which was not what I was asking for, because he's looking at a screen and he's reading on the screen. Long-term drug addict. He's been in trying to take all of, you know, trying to con doctors into giving him tablets loads of times. That's all must be written in my notes. He's like, "No, I'm not giving you this stuff, and I'm not asking for that stuff. I'm asking for help." And it seems like the doctors aren't here helping anymore. The doctors have become paid mules for the cartel of Big Pharma, and that really, it gets to me. Like, it knocks the living life out of me. It nearly aggravates me as much as my new neighbours do, which is why I don't mind playing these little songs this time of night. There's a song. Let's see if I can. Doctor Strange is playing with my head. Doctor Strange keeps on giving me these meds. Doctor Strange has got me laid up in a bed. The doctor says pretty soon I'll end up dead. Prescribes me time to play games with my mind, to reach inside and see what he can find. Diagnosed, I was certified insane. The doctor says I've damaged most my brain. Doctor Strange, please get me out this bed. Doctor Strange, please stop playing with my head. Doctor Strange, stop prescribing me these meds. 'Cause doctor, I know pretty soon I'll end up dead. Sheeple, yes, we're just the rats to test. So don't take this, no, don't be second best. Get your buds, like Billy's mother said, or pretty soon we're all gonna end up dead. Doctor Strange, please stop playing with our heads. Doctor Strange, stop prescribing was an improvised song that I made up a few weeks ago. I love to improvise. Usually I improvise in live that I've actually done when a friend's like, I've recorded this tune here, and I just sang it over the top of it. Because I have a message and I need my message to be heard, which is why I use social media to try and spread a positive message. Hi Fargo's Fargo in the Fargo, what a film Fargo is Fargo not an awesome film? The Coen Brothers, I love the Coen Brothers. Hey Fargo, how you going, bro? Do you go far? Do you go far? This has all been made up 100% live on Facebook. Me and Deb and Andy have been making it all up as we go along, haven't we, Deb? Deb was there when I made this little tune up months ago, but I couldn't find any lyrics. And then my friend said to me, oh, if I only had some money, John, I could do this, that and the other. So then I made up a song. This is it. If I only had money, I could buy a new car, I could go really far. If I only had money, I could own my own bar, I could be a rock star, living somewhere sunny. I could play my guitar, staring up at the stars, if I only had money. It ain't no fun when you're on the run and you've got no money. I've got no money, and it's not funny when you've got no money. If I only had money, I could live a good life, I could meet a nice wife. If I only had money, I could grow my own weed, I could finally be free. If I only had money, I could be who I want, I could sing my own songs. If I only had money. Oh, it ain't no fun when you're on the run, 'cause you've got no money. I've got no money, and it's not funny when you've got no money. But if I had more money, I could still play my guitar, I could still be a star. If I had no money, I could still be me, I could still live free. If I had no money, I would still have you, I would still be true, though I've got no money. This plant would still grow, and I would still know I don't need no money. 'Cause no one's got no money, and I find it funny that you all want money. Billy doesn't need money, all he needs is this plant. Don't tell him he can't. Billy doesn't need money, he just needs a fellow man to try and understand. He doesn't need money. Can you pull together, can we make a plan to help Billy's mummy? Don't send no money, just send the truth. was a boy called Billy that they told could no longer be free. He had a disease quite clearly. This healed his epilepsy. So his mother tried to help, but the man said no. Until I haven't played for a bit. I can't. It's hard to flow when you've got a lot on your mind, though. If I only had money, money, money. There's my brother Dustin just come in the room. Look at all the cash. Flash that cash. Look at Debs with the cash. Give us a bit of cash, Debs. Lend us a pound. Lend us a buck. Can you spare a buck for the phone? No mens rea. I am the law. The timing on my brother Dustin. I am the law, people. Singing about Billy's mum, going off there to Canada to get her son some medicine. Coming flying back into the UK and being arrested with said medicine by customs, who have to follow this legislation that says that's a drug and Billy can't have none, and Billy's mum definitely can't import none without a government licence. Did people know that she's going to go, maybe, you know, she'll be fined, whatever? And POT said thousands of dollars, well, pounds in this case, well, euros actually, she's Irish, for a plant. Yet this plant and this country supplies 52% of the world's medical marijuana. So we grow the medicine that she had to go across the pond to bring back across the pond. The cannabis that she probably bought was probably grew right here, because we supply most of the world's medical cannabis. So our government is perfectly sanctioned and within its rights to supply this plant. Yet the man, the individual, the mother with a son that needs the medicine isn't allowed to medicate a son. There should be riots on the street. People should be out in the streets screaming, why is this child being forced to suffer because of an illegal act placed upon the law? Now, a few of us out there know about law, thanks to my friend the Kingpin, Thorn Peters, and Lady L, and a group of people like Dustin there that go around explain people about mens rea. Mens rea is criminal intent. Now, does Billy's mother have criminal intention? By bringing that cannabis into this country, does she have the intention, the forethought of mind to think, well, I'm going to take that into the country, I'm going to supply somebody with an illegal drug for profit, for a criminal act, out of criminality, not out of trying to help, just out of trying to be free and trying to be happy and trying to be healthy, like the law was built to do, to protect the individual's freedom from the many who may try to force their will upon the individual. The individual has no. So we create laws to defend the individual. Read the Magna Carta, which was like the kind of first law that went in the West, that gave the peasants kind of the same power as the elite, that said that every man has a right. It doesn't matter if you're a king or a pauper, you have the right to be happy, the right to be healthy, and we have a right, we have a, what's the word I'm looking for? We have an obligation to help you protect that as a society, because you live in this country and you are a member of this country. We have an obligation to protect your rights, to make sure that you're happy, healthy and safe, so you can do it, and we have to support you in that. So long as you're not harming another, so long as you're not harming yourself, we must support you in that. So is Billy's mother harming anybody out there? Is she harming Billy? Is she harming herself? Not at all. So is she being a criminal? She has no mens rea all day. And if I could get the message through to Charlotte, I would explain this to her. I do try to tell people, as many people as I can, about this. If you're being caught with cannabis, to stand up and say, no mens rea. That you want to go to a jury trial and you want to explain to the jury why you are not a criminal. Like when Rosa Parks in the States said that she wasn't going to the back of the bus. That was her statement of I am not a criminal for sitting at the front of the bus. That was mens rea. When Martin Luther King marched with the Million Man March and got all of those people together for civil rights, that was all of those people saying, we have the right to be civilians, we have the right to be free, and we have the right to be heard. And it was a big thing on the planet back in the 60s. The Summer of Loving, 67, 50 years ago, when people all got together for flower power and peace, and the media called it a love-in and a love fest, when it was actually sit-ins and talks and people debating the nature of our freedom and the nature of, you know, the oneness of this family that we've got, worldwide families and this worldwide consciousness. And we almost made a breakthrough. The hippies almost, they scared the powers that be, and they, you know, they criminalised everything. So in 71, Nixon invented more marijuana laws, and marijuana became even more illegal in the States and around the world at the same time, because we all follow suit. We have these countries that do things and the rest of the countries follow, because it's all pretty much the New World Order, really. If you want to get into the conspiracies, there is a one world government. It's called the UN. And I find it insane that more of us aren't using this social network platform that they gave us, that they allowed us to have, for this reason. We'd all rather sit looking at food memes, trolling on people with nonsense, rather than talking about the real issues, or having real laughs about real things. Legalization enslaves. All of that language stuff that we get bogged down into, so like legalization, decriminalisation, reclassification, all of that's just utter nonsense. None of it really matters. What matters is, like, it was illegalised, it was illegalised, it became criminalised. So to decriminalise it is to turn back those steps that they took forward. And in any step forward is a step in the right direction. Yes, I'm a full follower of I am the law, and that is the law of me. I have the right to medicate myself in this flat. I have the right to walk the streets, as people see on the Kinda Busted page. I often walk freely, smoking the weed. And I'm not just flaunting it. It's a medicine. It's my medicine. We are all kings and queens. We are all gods, is what we all are. We are all of God. We are all immortal essence. We are infinite consciousness, infinite awareness, experiencing this physical realm. And it's our physical realm we are the centre of. Dustin, you there, right now. You are the centre of infinity from your perspective. From you, outwards is infinite. Inwards is infinite. So that puts you at the centre. But I'm at the centre of my infinity. So that makes me the God of my infinity, in my view. If you believe in manifestations and affirmations, which I'm a strong believer in, and you know, if you believe that you have the right, the power, then you will know that you have the law. You have the right to stand up to a policeman. Like the way that the world has become so corrupted by these people at the moment, if you try to stand up against an authoritarian figure, you will be tasered. Well, why this is going on? It's just a norm. Just to taser someone. What's your name? You didn't answer quick enough. Wait a second, like that's an imbalance of justice, innit? That individual is just as much an individual as the policeman, trying to protect the other individuals. So, you know, but they're lowering the intelligence levels needed to become an officer of the law in almost every country on the planet. You know, you used to have a bit of wit about you. You used to have a certain fitness too. That's not so important anymore now. They just want grunts. They're going to do the business blindly. They're going to follow these illegal laws placed upon us all. These illegal acts placed upon the original law of I am the law. That's the original. There's one law in the Bible. Only one, really. All the other laws come from the one law that Moses taught. The one law. Do unto others as you would do unto yourself. So you would not covet thy neighbour's wife because you would not want thy neighbour to covet yours. You would not kill because you would not want to be killed. You would not lie because you don't want to be lied to. All of the laws, all of the commandments come down to one law. Do unto others as you would do to yourself. And when we all start living by that one law in ourselves, then maybe everybody around us will suddenly feel better, that the world will start to heal, that we can reverse some of the damage that we're still doing to the planet. It's insanity that things have got this bad. I only went away for a few years, people. I come back and you've all gone insane. Like, they certified me insane in the hospital. I came out and realised I was the only sane one out there. I was like, what's going on here? Donald Trump's going to be president. I couldn't believe my eyes. I couldn't believe my eyes. There's something going on I could not fail to overlook. There's more lines in the skies than there are in a holy book. The planes are flying high and the world is run by crooks, and at the forefront of my mind I find nobody gives a fuck, 'cause they're all stuck looking at a screen. You're all so stuck. What the fuck happened to our dreams? All these social networks work just like a net. They're catching all your free thoughts till there's no free thinkers left. Everybody's striving to be part of the crowd, but if you don't fit in, they'll turn around and push you out, 'cause they're all stuck looking at a screen. The world's so stuck, hooked on Facebook meme. I don't mean to be mean, it just seems to me that's so obscene that you live in such triviality. I don't mean don't have fun, I just mean come on everyone, get with the program. Unprogram their programming. The government's been scamming the people for far too long. Teach one, reach 1,000, change 1,000,000. Teach one, reach 1,000, and change from within. What the passage is for. It's time to settle the score and take back our rights once more. What is the law for? It's for you and me, not to protect some government sensibility. You can all just follow me and be free. That's the way you all want to be. POT's family. Get up off your knees, stop pleading for your rights. It's time that we all truly unite. Let's bring the day back to the night. Let's take back our life. Don't Don't get lost in the cost of yesterday. Don't feel like all your best times have rolled away. Don't be gloomy, don't feel grey. Start to feel okay and get brave. Say no man's ray, stave off the slavery. Say no man's ray, and learn how you are really free. Learn no man's ray, just like me. I am not a criminal. Making up songs on the spot, I do it quite a lot. I like singing about a lot of stuff I've got going on in my head. Let's see if I'm missing comments. I'm getting blind, aren't I? I find I'm getting blind. If anybody has any bands, I'm trying to relearn songs, and people often give us tips. Gordon, how's Gordon doing? Long time no see, Gordon. It's been a bit. John Play. PF, please. PF, please. PF, please. Right, this is PF, please. PF, please. Right. Right. Do you want to try a hard PF? Because I don't do very much because it's such a hard song. I've just been watching Eddie Vedder singing it with Floyd, so I thought, hey, why not? Come on. Hello, hello, hello. Is there anybody in there? Just not if you can hear me. Come on now, I hear you're feeling down. Well, I can ease your pain, get you on your feet again. Relax, relax, I need some information first. Just the basic facts, can you show me where it hurts? There is no pain, you are receding. The distant ship smoke on the horizon. You were only coming through in waves. Your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying. When I was a child, I had a fever. My hands felt just like two balloons. Well, now I've got that feeling once again. I can't explain, you would not understand. This is not how I am. And I forgot the chords, and I forgot the chords. Look, that's that brain damage the drugs does you. And I have become comfortably numb. Okay, 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 it's just a little pinprick. prick. There'll be no more harm, but you may feel a little sick. Can you stand up, stand up? I do believe it's working good. That'll keep you going for the show. Come on, it's time to go. There is no pain, you are receding. I am receding. Have you seen this, Deb? Look at that. Bright red. I let the sun get to my head. I took my hat off. The things you do, things you, I never considered that before. I wasn't this bald. I've got a bit of a tickly throat. Sorry, Deb, it's distracting me. PF, I can't think of any PF songs like that. That's unusual for me. John Young, there's my brother. How's my brother John Young been? Please do, peeps, if you come in late to the bin, check out the beginning, because I've done a lot of talking about Billy. I used to do my lives, just set them off and then wait for people to get in and then start talking, but now I just like to get the message out, you know, and get it out there so people know the beginning of this vid is very important. How's John Young been doing? And there's Cindy just come in the room. Deborah. How's Cindy been? That go together well, Ma Michelle. I'll have to look up the chords for that. How does Jimi Hendrix play with one hand? I've never tried to do that before. Sometimes it gets so hard to listen. It's hard for us to use our eyes when all around the cold is glistening, making sure it keeps us down to size. And I don't wanna know about evil, I only wanna know about love. I don't wanna know one thing about evil, I only wanna know about love. Sometimes it gets so hard to listen. It's hard for me to use my eyes when all around the gold is glistening, making sure it keeps me hypnotized. And I don't wanna know about evil, I only wanna know about love. I don't wanna know one thing about evil, I only wanna know about love. I'm waiting for the planes to tumble, I'm waiting for the town to fall, I'm waiting for the cities to crumble. I'll wait until the sea grows calm, 'cause I don't wanna know about evil. I only wanna know about love. I don't wanna know one thing about evil. I only wanna know about love. I don't wanna know about evil. I only wanna know about love. I don't wanna know one thing about evil. I only wanna know about love. Check out John Martin's album, Solidaire, people. It's an awesome album. If you're a stoner and you like chill guitar music, you like to just, you know, kick back and watch the world go by out your window sometimes, check out the Solidaire album, check out the Bless the Weather album, just check out John Martin. Awesome, awesome man. Well, he was a bit of an angry Scottish drunk is what he was in reality, but his music, what music. The love from Cindy, always mad love and respect to my sister Cindy. Do please all hit the invite button down there. If you'd like to share it into any groups you might be a member of, it'd be much appreciated. Inviting is uniting and sharing is caring, as I used to always say. When I used to really push for the shares and push for the invites, when people are going to invite and share to who they feel benefit from the message, aren't they? So if you would like to, I'd appreciate it. If you wouldn't, hey, I can appreciate that too, because sometimes I don't want to share either. Some people ask me to share some crazy stuff. It's crazy when you're doing this stuff, people, and you're so public about it. Some strange people come out of the woodwork and, hey, can you share this post around, please? I'm like, sorry, but I don't really support that message. Sorry. I respect you, your views, but no, it's not for me. Did people see the last video I done on here? I was playing with this pedal right here. I've never played with it since the battery died. I was playing with this loop pedal, and it was just, I made up a song on POTs. It's on the Kinda Busted channel on YouTube if people want to go and check that out. What did I call it again? I can't remember what I sang over it. It was unusual timing because it was on that, and what did I sing? Oh, what was it called? If you type POTs into the Kinda Busted and POTs, you should be able to find it. Oh, excuse me. I've had sausage and chips. That's English food. That's our takeaway food here. We get like deep fried chips, deep fried sausages cooked in batter. I should have kept it for the live. I could have eaten the sausage on the live again. They seem to enjoy that. And I've had to have takeaway. I'm trying to be healthy. The way too, people. Let me share that with you. I went to the doctor's the other day. I said, doctor, that's when I go like this. He said, well, stop going like that. I said, well, I played the guitar, my arms are always up here. He said, well, get used to it. I am. Now I went to the doctor's and I'm like, doctor, I'm having issues. He said, you're having issues? Well, I haven't seen you for months. What's the issue? I said, well, when last time I was here, you told me that you couldn't give me opiates. Well, I can't. I said, I'm not here for that. He said, so what's the problem? I said, right, well, where do I start? And I have a list of problems, like, you know, I have issues, you know, sweat issues, man trouble. Hey, you don't often hear men talking about men trouble, do you? No. Get adverts for women trouble all over your TVs and that, but you can't have a man saying, hey, have you got sweaty knackers? Excuse me. So I go and I'm like, yeah, no, you know, I'm having trouble, difficulties, toilet, and it's the weight, doc, it's the weight. The weight of the world on my shoulders is getting me down. No, I said the weight. Like if you look at my notes there, which he's looking at, because he's not looking at the patient, he's looking at the notes. Like, you'll see, like, just 2 years ago, in March of 2017, when I was in hospital, actually it was March of 2016, because it was 2 years ago, John, do your math. What was 2016? When I said 2017, I was thinking, that can't be right. 2016 seems like a long time ago now. Wow. I was only 9 stone. I think there's £14 in every stone, so you do the math. You know what I mean? Because I can't. It's like what, 120 pound or something, and that's like doubled. It's more than doubled. I'm actually now 19 stone, which is what, £300. £300. Imagine the weeds you could buy with £300. If I only had the money. And he told me all of these medical issues don't all kind of point to one thing, one diagnosis, as they do. They live in the bookstore, and so he needs to go through his brain and think, right, I've read loads of books about what these tablets will do for that and that and that and that. That's supposed to help that. That's supposed to help that. What symptoms all link all of these up to? What tablet can I give him? There's not one tablet I can give. I can't think of one tablet. But a common thing through all of the things that I'd listed around about 10 things. He said, like, a lot of them point to thyroid trouble. So I'm having to go back on Monday. On Monday, my 3rd appointment. For those who follow, no, I've been getting messed about a little by the doctors. I have to go and have my bloods done. Look at that, the left on my knuckle. This is the troubles you go through, kids. If you damage all of your veins with needles and the such, or drugs that just make your veins collapse anyway, you'll end up with no veins, and the doctors, when you need to go and get your bloods done to see what's the matter with you, they'll have to stick their needles in your hands, in my fingers usually, if the nurse is good enough. That's where they end up, in my fingers, between my fingers. You know, can you imagine that needle going in? This will be a short, sharp shock. There's nothing short about it when they can't get the vein, so they're jabbing it around like this, sucking it. No, you can't get the blood. It's like trying to get you can't get blood from a stone. And that's what's been going on in Johnny's life. Trying to get well is a bit hard. I can't. Hey Debbie, how have you been, Deb? Hey Debbie, got so many Debbies, Debs and Deborahs. Your cousin's a Deb and a Debbie. She broke free, freedom. Debbie's like running through the Facebook fields like, I'm free to do what I want. Except for on Facebook, where I'll get put back in jail again if I'm not careful and I don't watch me lip. Have you heard that, people? The up and coming, oh, it is ouchy, it's very ouchy, Debbie. The up and coming Facebook community standards, the things they're trying to filter out foul language, as they call it. Now, I was born in the northeast of England, and I do use a bit of a gutter mouth, what people would class as, I have a very common tongue, and I do use a lot of bad words that some, I understand, have lived in a different culture and have a different sensibility to mine, and they find offence in that, and I don't want to be offensive to nobody. I don't, like, they're called offensive words and it's offensive language, but I don't mean it as an offensive way. I don't say these words to offend. I say that to emphasise the emotion. That's what words are. They're trying to describe our thoughts, aren't they? So we have all of these words to describe how we feel and what we think. So, like, language to me, I'm very passionate about it. I won't start using foul language on POT's channel, but if I was on my own page right now, I'd be swearing like, well, people like Debbie and Debs and that know that I get a bit effing and all of that, because that's how I express myself. But Facebook are cutting back on that, so if I swear too much now, chances are, like Debbie there, I'll be back in Facebook jail, which I've just been in because of, people out there playing silly games because they don't like to see unity coming to the community. They try to push and or they get jealous, or there's trolls, just all these issues. So, I sometimes do get Facebook jail, so it's nothing big to me. But if I'm getting Facebook jail through my expression, through the freedom of my expression, through me trying to just express myself freely on this social network platform that's supposed to be designed there for people to express their lives, and my life is filled with foul language. That's my freedom of speech that's being imposed on, and I understand political correctness needs to be an element of that in a social platform like this, but people don't have to come and watch. People don't have to listen to the foul language. For a start, my page is about drugs and about the herb mostly, but it's about the drug addiction, it's about the horrors that I've seen, and you shouldn't really be watching that in front of your children. I would you know, I would advise any parent out there not to let the children watch what Kind of Busted does, because it's a bit deep for a kid. It's a bit too real. It's, you know, it's street level. At street level. And I talk like the street talks around here. This is how it is. A stranger will swear you in the face, call you a name, and it's a kind of a respect in a weird kind of way. Like, it's unusual thing. Language, I love a lot of language. Floating down through the clouds, memories come rushing up to me now. But in the space between the heavens and the corner of some foreign field, I had a dream. Goodbye, Mags. Goodbye, home. After the service, when you're walking slowly to the car, and the silver in her hair shines in the cold November air, you hear the toning bell and touch the silk in your lapel. And as the teardrops rise to meet the comfort of the band, take her frail hand, hold on to the dream. Enough to stay, enough to eat. Somewhere old heroes shuffle safely down the street, and you can speak out loud about your doubts and fears. And what's more, no one ever disappears. You'll never hear the standard issue kicking in your door. You can relax on both sides of the tracks, and maniacs don't blow holes in bandsmen by remote control, and everyone has recourse to the law, and no one kills the children anymore. No one kills the children anymore. If you were here, what would you do? Would you kill the fear between me and you? Pain only hurts me when it's hurting Let's paint a picture and paint the sky blue. Fall off the ground and land on your feet. Take a look around. What does it all mean? If I made it all clear, there'd be nothing to see. And if you were here, where would we be? We should paint a picture and paint the sky blue. Let's paint a picture and paint the sky blue. It's what we must do. Paint it blue. Let's paint the sky blue. Let's paint it blue. Paint a picture and paint the sky blue. Let's just paint it blue. They were moving away from the border, looking for somewhere to sleep. The two of us sharing the driving. Two hitchhikers slumped in their packs. I said, would you like to go with me? She said something foreign under her breath. Come on now, kid, it was wrong that what you did. You got to admit it was wrong what you did. You got to admit it was wrong. Do you remember me? Hi John, says Kai. Hi Kai, says John. Hope you're having a funky freaky Friday there, Kai. Kai is an awesome name. Kai, I do believe, was one of the Knights of the Round Table. Looking for the Holy Grail. Do you seek the Holy Grail, Kai? Are you a king amongst men? We all love our John Small. I love all of my fam Debs. You are rocking. Hey Richard. I was Richard Rogers. Hi John. I always see Richard's comments after the beams, so I apologise. Bro, I totally apologise. Let's paint the sky blue. Me and you. Let's just paint it blue. That's, my friend wrote those lyrics, paint the sky blue. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like his own songs. That's so annoying because I like them. I think they're great songs. Get high and fly on the shelves of books. See what is seen by those who look. Step outside yourself, and who do you see? Is it the one you picked from the tree? It might not matter, but then it might. Wait for a time, and the time is right. Done the drugs you deal in, or stole that stuff you steal. Had the same sinking feeling as you're rattling your cage. Live the life that you're leading, but see it's your choice to take. Chase that dragon you're chasing until it's you being chased. And you run to catch up to the sun, but it's sinking. And while you're comfortably numb, before the pain comes, you start thinking, is there no way out? Is there no way out? Is there no way out? Out of fear. I see you riding a stolen bike as you drop off your bags. You used to be someone people liked, but now they've all turned their backs. Because you're frying your brains out as you run out of veins. It used to make it so easy to hide, but it's too hard to escape. So you run to catch up to the sun, but it's sinking. And you can't fill the void in the sound of Pink Floyd as you're thinking, is there no way out? Is there no way out? Is there no way out? Out of fear. So you stand at the back of the queue where you tell them your lies and you swear they're all true. It was them that were wrong all along. This is what to do with your life, how to find a good job, how to meet a good wife. But you're too far gone, we're all too far gone, out of fear. Cause we're running and we're running and we're running and we're running away. Yes, you run and you run, but there's no escape. Out of fear, there's only one way. Out of here, love is the way. It is my way. I find the love every single day. One love, one family, one plant, one planet. One day we'll be free. If we can grab it, grab your freedom, express your liberty. Hi Jez, Jeremy, there's my brother Jeremy in the beam. How have you been, Jeremy, today? Much love and respect all day. Missed you in the video chat earlier. I was in a video chat with the 420 OG fam. Wish you'd come in, bro. You'd have been at work. Hope you've had a good day at work. The weekends are you, Jay? I'm okay, bro. A bit stiff from all the walking. You know, normally I'd be crying by the time I've been sat here well over an hour. So I'll be crying by now. I only made the 2 joints though, so it won't be a 3-hour stint. Don't worry, peeps. It's still a marathon though. I'm trying to build up stamina so I can play, I can, you know, I can just be in the moment for longer moments. And Corey doesn't mind me doing this on his page, and I much appreciate that, Corey. Much love and respect to POTs. Check out everything that POTs does, peeps. If you haven't liked the page yet, like the page. Go and follow POTs on Instagram. Hit up the website. The t-shirts are awesome. Don't kill my buzz. Oh, that was nearly Peter. That was nearly Iron Maiden now. Did anybody else hear Iron Maiden there? Oh. What's that? I haven't listened to them for years and years, like. What? Wasn't it? Oof, thought I'd lost my joint there. Jeremy. A California based band. I will light a joint this morning so I don't feel alone. Ganja, she lies silent, the sunlight will be dawn. Oh, I will stand, arms outstretched, pretend I'm free to grow. Oh, I will make my way through one more day, and I will hold the candle till it burns up my arm. Oh, I'll keep taking punches until their will grows tired. Oh, I will stare the sun down until my eyes go blind. Yeah, I won't change direction. No, I won't change my mind. How much difference does it make? How much difference does it make? I swallow poison until I grow immune, and I will scream my lungs out till it fills this room. How much difference? How much difference does it make? How much difference? I like to do a little Pearl Jam number for my brother Jeremy. Jeremy smoking, smoking, Jeremy smoking, Greta. yesterday. Clearly I remember blazing with the boy. We had a harmless little fun, and we unleashed some lemon haze. We got faded and we laughed, oh how we laughed. And then he hit me with a surprise joke. My sides were aching, my throat was sore. Remember the day me and Jeremy smoked. I so wish I could play that one. Let me enlarge. It's harder for me to read longer words. Mwanga, welcome to the beam, Mwanga Lulu. Ridderby. Was that close? Was that far away? Mwanga, cool. Don't burn the couch. Why do you want to buy it? Do you want to buy the couch? It's been a while since I've seen any of those peeps around. Clearly I remember. You're wearing shorts. I know, I'm wearing shorts. I have the sexiest legs from my hometown place. Did you know that? Yeah, see. What it was I got that fat, Deb. Couldn't find trousers that fit anymore. But yeah, that's a true story. When I was 16, I'll tell you this. Right, I was always a bit of a thief when I was a kid. Shoplifter, that's you know, I did a lot of shoplifting and that. Walmart, I'm barred from every Asda in the UK for life. And you know, Walmart tried to send me to prison for 4 years for £1.99's worth of cup of soup. So you know, that was it. I can't remember how old I was. That was in 2014. So yeah, like I was always a bit of a tea leaf. I went into a shop in the town centre and I nicked me an Iron Maiden poster. It was this long. It was £1.49. And I'd slid it up my sleeve like a little. There's a little free thing. I'll stick that on my bedroom wall. And I snuck out the shop. I'd been caught in that shop before. The first time was when I was 11. They caught me in that shop. Me and my brother. And we had like something like how much was it? £360 worth of stuff. It was Easter. We were getting everybody's Easter eggs, you know what I mean? It's hard when you've got no money, innit? So I was a bit paranoid, so I'd left the shop and I got away. And I was crossing over the road and this hand hit me on the shoulder, you know, if you ever had that hand. The dreaded hand. Excuse me, it was a woman's voice. The woman who worked in Wolves was a woman too, and I was like, oh God, that devastation hit me. I remember it was like, I think it was 1989. And I had my Guns N' Roses necklace on, my hair was getting a bit long and that I had a bit of a mullet going on. It was the 80s, you know what I mean? A pair of denim shirt. I had an Iron Maiden back patch on the back with Eddie standing over Maggie Thatcher's dead body. I loved that patch. I loved that patch a lot. I had me cross with all of the Guns N' Roses guys on. This one's like, excuse me sir, excuse me. I was like, me sir, yeah, how can I help you ma'am? She went, well, we just wondered if we could take your photograph. I'm thinking she caught me for the poster. I was like, yes. Well, what do you want to take my photograph for? What do you want to take mine? I was a handsome young man. I was a handsome devil. Oh, yes, I was. Oh, I didn't think so at the time. I was so unconfident. She went, oh, we're having a sexy legs competition in Hartlepool. We're like seeking out people. She's taking photos. I was like, sexy legs? What, you want me to drop my trousers in the street? And it's how she went, no. Just pull up my trouser leg and shows a bit of skin. So I just pulled up my trouser leg, got my leg out and that. I snapped the photo, and then a few months later I got my first girlfriend and things. I was dead excited. I was all the man on that. The girl who I have the kids too, the awesome kids that saved my life. And just after I got with her, I come home, walking home. We both worked in a nursing home, working with, you know, adult people with old age pensioners and people with, you know, adult disabilities. So we walked back to my mother's. My mother's like, oh John, look. And there's a middle page, across the full middle page was this spread about the sexy legs competition in Hartlepool. And there was John, proud of place, on the left hand middle page, a big massive picture of John with his leg out with his Guns N' Roses gear on, and he's got awesome mullet. And I'd won. Yay me, I'd won a pair of trousers from the local designer, Alexander's. I never did get them trousers. Maybe he's now It'd take too much material these days, wouldn't it? But I could do go and claim in those trousers because, like I said, I can't find them that fit, and that was a tailor too. I wonder if I could go back and, what do you reckon, Pete? I am the law, after all. Hey you, I don't care if you went out of business 30 years ago, I want me trousers. So that's a background on me, Moanga. You get it right. Better than South Africans. Hello to South Africa. Much love to my sister Katie down there in South Africa. I love language. I love it. That's the thing I love about this cannabis community that we've got. We have people from around the world truly touching every corner of the planet. So in every corner of the planet there are people out there that want to be free. That want this to be free. That want, you know, that want the same things. They're all from different cultures, different creeds, different religions, different languages, different moral compasses, you know, but they all want the same thing. Togetherness. I think that's a damn fine thing to want. Like, I think we should work more towards getting it. Up in smoke, that's where I long to be. When I'm high, the world below don't bother me. I'll just relax and take a talk till all my cares go up in smoke. Up in smoke, that's where I long to be. Up in smoke, that's where my money goes. Sometimes in my lungs and sometimes up my nose. Makes me forget what part of the song I'm at. When troubled times begin to bother me, I'd take a toke and all my cares go up in smoke. Well, they stone you just like they said they would. The stone you cuss, they knew they could. They stone you when you sit down in your car, and they stone you when you're playing your guitar. But I would not feel so all alone. Everybody must get stoned. One of my own songs. Hey yeah, you know it's just an exception. Hey yeah, I'm trying to make a correction. They say let go, they say keep hold of everything that you know. They say look out and see within. They say don't commit sins of the soul. And you hope that you won't. And you'll find that mind, and you're fine. See the lines, leave the runners behind. Hey, yeah, you know it's just an addiction. Hey, yeah, trying to fix your afflictions. Is it back to front? You can't walk, so you run from yourself, from it all, from yourself. You give it all till you can't take any more. And you open the door. And you find that again she's been playing on your mind. Again she's been playing on your mind. I need to find that chord. Again she's been playing on your mind, your mind. Again she's been playing on your mind. Again she's been playing on your mind. Again she's been playing on your mind. I can't. See, there's one of my songs. That's what drugs done. It took away my songs. That's why I sit here for so long trying to refine these old songs. And they're still coming. Look, see, a year later, Deb, you've been here for like a year, surely. Well, yeah, we celebrated our anniversary just a few weeks ago. So for a year, you've watched me keep finding these new songs, and like new old songs is what I mean. Again, she's been playing on your mind, and you find that again she's been playing. You find that again she's been playing on. Again she's been playing on your mind. Take your time. Take your time. See the lines, leave the runners behind. Unusual chord, no wonder. Like it's a simple chord, but unusual to be in that progression. It's in here, so it's good. I'll have to see if I can write that down and get it remembered properly. Every window there's a door to a place I wanna walk. Through every river there's a flow to a place I wanna go. I hope I find it before I'm blind. Every vision there is foresight. With every mission we must unite. For every wrong we must put right. Be as one worldwide. If we can find it without being blind. Cause I can't find it, cause I've been blind, dead. My sight loss used to make me lose my mind. I used to find it hard all of the time. I used to think, oh, woe is I. And then I realized I'm not blinded if I can find it. I'm not blinded if I can find it. Just two simple notes can open your throat as you just let the scream stream through you. I was so tempted to scream at the top of my voice. Nearly finished my joint. I best be thinking of some good songs to end on, shouldn't I? Should I? Unjust is in the building. Private Pete is back. I sure have been. Oh, you've been here all the time. Thank you, man. That's awesome, Pete. Thank you. Also, want respect to the Save the World Army and Private Pete. So Unjust. How's Unjust doing? I was talking about what we were talking about earlier on. Just about, you know, how we all medicate for a reason. Like, we're all here smoking weed, and everybody smokes it for a reason, whatever that reason may be. But a lot of us smoke it for medicine because there's something wrong with us. This helps us fix it. Private Pete. He's a child of the 60s. He was a man of the 60s. As soon as you're born, they make you feel small by giving you no time instead of it all, until the pain is so great you feel nothing at all. A working class hero is something to be. Working class hero is something to be. Well, they hurt you at home and they hit you at school. They hate you if you're clever and they despise the fool. So now you're so fucking crazy you can't follow their rules. A working class hero is something to be. A working class hero is something to be. Well, they tortured and scared you for 20 odd years, and now they expect you to pick a career. when you can't really function, you're so full of fear. He thinks a working class hero is something to be. A working class hero is something to be. They keep you doped with religion and sex on TV. Make you think you're so clever and classist and free. But we're all fucking peasants as far as I can see. They think a working class hero is something to be. A working class hero is something to be. There is room at the top, they are telling you still. But first you must learn how to smile as you kill. If you want to be like the folks on the hill, where a working class hero is something to be. A working class hero is something to be. And just give us a freestyle. That's where it should be right there, just spitting those verses. Working class hero is something to be. A working class hero is something to be. Well, if you want to be a hero, well, just follow me. and stimulate your mind. With a bit of cannabis, it helps every single time. Sativa can help to wake you up, and it can put you to bed. I hope you've learnt a lot of stuff from all these things I've said. One more song and then I'm gonna get gone, but I'm already gone out of my head. Oh, it's lovely. This is Super Lemon Haze. It's the latest craze. It helps you get through all of those days. As they say, an easy rider, it gives you a whole new way of looking at the day. Yeah, I'm gonna. This is gone. You know what I mean? I've got to enjoy the last. Oh, every day I want to say gracias, gracias to the grassy lass. Well, I've enjoyed tonight, peeps. Thanks for coming by, everybody that got involved. Pete, Deborah, Mwanga, Jeremy, Cindy. You peeps are the best. Said I'm going away to leave you, gonna leave you in this place. Got nothing in my favour, got the rain in my face. I'm going home. Hey, 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 over the hill, over the hill. Hey, 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 over the hill. Can't get enough of sweet cocaine, enough of Miss Mary Jane. I'm going back to where I come from so I can roll it home again. Over the hill, hey, 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 over the hill, over the hill, hey, 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 over the hill. Been worried about my babies, been worried about my wife. There's just one place for a man to be when he's worried about his life. I'm going home. Hey, 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 over the hill, over the hill. Hey, 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 over the hill. Said I'm going away to leave you, gonna leave you in this place. I've got so much in my favour, now the sun shines in my face now that I'm home. Hey, 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 over the hill, over the hill. Hey, 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 over the hill. And I have been over the hill and far away for the last couple of days, so I feel okay, it's great. Thank you for helping me stimulate myself. I hope you all help me get the word out about Billy. Do get people involved in that. Billy's mother could be being prosecuted, so raise awareness of that this child can't legally get a medicine that's been proven, now it's been proven, that it helps stop his seizures. Severe, severe, life-threatening seizures. A child's life has been put into danger, and we need to raise awareness for that. So much love and respect everybody that came by. I hope you all having a blessed, funky, freaky Friday. It's now Saturday for me. It's after midnight. It's after midnight, so I'm going to go and get myself a wash and head off to bed. So much love and respect. Live in love, love in life, and learn to live in love and love in life and learn. Peace out for now, peeps.